Conversation is the president of Pan Trinbago, Beverly Ramsey Moore. Good morning, President Ramsey Moore.
Good morning to you, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, and to all you beautiful pan lovers out there.
It's a pleasure to have you with us on the show this morning.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to be here.
And I'm assuming that over the past few months have definitely been quite a lot in preparation for this.
Oh yes, you know, it was just coming out of Carnival, out of Panorama season, and straight into Pan down memory lane, Pan in the 21st century. We have declared at Pan Trinbago that there is no season for Pan.
Agreed.
No season at all.
And you know you have our full support, and you have the full support of the diaspora as well.
That's right, correct.
So this event that's taking place, before we get into this year, 2023, we see now that Pan in the 21st century, Pan down memory lane, is something that actually started 30 plus years ago. Can you share with us a little bit about the history?
So that was a competition under the Patrick Arnold leadership.
Right, oh, okay.
And after a number of years, I think in 2010 was the last year of the event. Now, this new central executive, we were very passionate about bringing back those events because basically all you had was Panorama, and then you may have had Pan in the countryside. These events do a lot for our steel pan community and for our bands. For me, being president of Pan Trinbago, I love the music, but I also focus on human capital development. And so whatever we can do to use our panyards for young people to continue to train them, to continue to mold their lives, that is very important. And so we decided that we are going to try our very best to bring back these festivals. These festivals are community builders and economic drivers. And so it was very important. And so this year, after we have been able to take control of our gate receipts for the first time since we have been elected, we agreed to invest that 10% that we normally take from the prizes to reinvest that into our bands. And so we have agreed to bring back this event, and so far it has been going very well.
And definitely there's going to be a significant return on investment, as you said, with human capital,
but
right, also with many other things. Now, as you just mentioned, of course, this is something that would have come up under Patrick Arnold. And
that's right.
I know that this also has significance when it comes to the trophy.
Correct, because you know, Patrick Arnold, he recently passed.
Yeah.
And in honor of his memories, and we have agreed to name this competition after him. And the bands will be playing, in addition to the cash, to the prize money, they will be fighting very hard for the Patrick Arnold Challenge Trophy.
They will be looking forward to seeing them battle it out at the Queen's Park Savannah
That's
on
right.
Sunday. Now, share with us, what has the energy been like in the panyards?
It has been great. You know, for me, I've been visiting some of the regions, and what I see, leaders working along with young people, because one, you have to prepare them and take them out of that Panorama mentality.
Yeah.
Because it's a different style of music. You know, it's more world beat repertoire, the contemporary music. And with that kind of music, then, and the orchestration and the creativity and all of that, the mindset in having these young people play with such control, that in itself, because it was a new thing, you just think about it, that after 13 years, you're just there, you know, focusing on Panorama now with a new style. I think that is what was very important for me, that stood out for me. And those bands were really, really on the button with respect to how they presented themselves. And I look forward to that great finals on Sunday. It is going to be a movie, as we say it, because Pan now is not just about playing the music, but also the show that they put on. I mean, you can see it from even from Panorama. It will be a great show. It
really is going to be sensational. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, of course, is with the younger ones and even, you know, the pan bands just preparing for this after 13 years. There would have been some challenges, of course, that definitely are going to shape them into, I dare say, better players, better artists.
Correct.
But what about with Pan Trinbago? How challenging would it have been to be able to bring this to life?
It was not very challenging because we have our regions out there.
Right.
We have the Tobago region, South Central region, the northern region and the eastern region. Those regions are really, really hardworking, the executives. And so in terms of mobilization, it was not difficult at all. What is amazing is using the young arrangers. You know, it's not the normal panorama arrangers, but using the younger arrangers, giving them a chance, you know, to execute and to use their skills. That, for me, is about creating employment again for the younger arrangers and the tuners. And we would have had over 60 bands participating in this event, and so that in itself would have created an opportunity for them. And so I really want to commend all the regions and all the band leaders out there for the work that they have been doing to keep Pan alive in Trinidad and Tobago. We are the largest cultural organization on this island, and for that, you know, just out working, most of them are not sponsored, but yet they're making a contribution, because it's all about that community pride. You know, when you come, for example, let me use my band, Katzenjammer Steel Orchestra. From the moment you see that brand, you also see the pride of Black Rock Tobago, because you have an entire community driving with you. They wear your t-shirts with pride, and they will be presenting themselves there to back their band, because it's all about, we call it about boosting, that bragging rights. I mean, that is why the Steel Pan movement is so unique in Trinidad and Tobago.
And so powerful as well in bringing that community together. And
that's right.
As you just mentioned, again, the young people coming together as well. So ensuring that we keep this culture alive and it continues to spread throughout the world, as we've seen recently as well. One of our very own was commended by none other than Halle from The Little Mermaid. So we're seeing that exposure. And as we also discussed off air a little bit earlier, the diaspora is fully invested in this. Now, let's talk about Sunday's event. What time is it starting?
So it starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
We start at 6 p.m. with Pan down Memory Lane, where we're going to have our single pan bands. They are going to be there. And so those single pan bands are Rima All Stars, Nostran Symphony, Unistars, the original Woodbrook Modernaires, Gonzales Shakers, Chord Masters, TNT Fire Service Steel Orchestra, Metro Stars from Tobago, Trinidad East Side Symphony, New Age Trendsetters, Lac Creole, Pan Groove, and Woodbrook Playboys. They are going to be there. We have Kay Allen. She's going to be there, of course, doing the various genres and so on. So she's going to kickstart the show. And we have Massey Trinidad All Stars, who will be playing between the break. After we have finished with the Pan down Memory Lane, we move straight into the conventional bands. And those conventional bands, NGC Couva Joylanders, Katzenjammer Steel Orchestra, New Trend Silver Stars, First Citizen Supernovas, Heritage Petroleum Skiffle, Our Boys, Golden Hands, Court Song Specialists, Potential Symphony, Pan Elders, NLCB Funclay, and the Kirep Shazandos. Those bands, I tell you, they are going to definitely bring it and spread it out on stage. I asked Trinidad and Tobago, it's only $200 for general, the tickets, $400 for the best seats in the house. You can purchase the tickets online at islandetickets.com, or you can also purchase the tickets at the Pan Trinbago head office, which is at the corner of Duke and Melbourne Street, or at our Treasury Department at the Queen's Park, Savannah. Go out there, the tickets are going very fast. Get your tickets and enjoy one of the best shows that we are going to put on. World music, contemporary music, beautiful music, a night of romance. You just think about it, walk with a better half, because I tell you, it's going to be fantastic.
It sounds like it. I mean, not it sounds like it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Just listening to the lineup alone, and such a budget-friendly cost.
That's right.
Which is so important.
That's right.
So we're definitely looking forward to it. Before we go, is there anything else that we may have missed this morning in our conversation?
Yes, because I really want Trinidad and Tobago to really support this event. Buy a ticket. When you buy a ticket, just know that you are contributing to the continuation of that industrial headquarters we have, that building that we have at Trin City. We are going to put a roof on that building this year. it is going to be there. No, Trinidad and Tobago, you're always saying, what is Pan Trinbago doing? Well, we will be doing something, and when you contribute to that event, you contribute to the continuation of that building. So thanks in advance, Trinidad and Tobago. Come out and give these bands your support.
Beautiful, and we are claiming it for you
Yes.
and for the nation as well, of course, and for the entire community. President Ramsey Moore, thank you so much for being with us this morning on the Now Morning Show.
It's a pleasure.
Looking forward to
Yes.
seeing more coming out of Pan Trinbago and enjoying the event on Sunday.
Of course. Thanks a lot.
Beverly Ramsey Moore, president of Pan Trinbago, joining us this morning for a fantastic conversation of an event happening on Sunday at the Queen's Park Savannah on the 11th of June, that you do not want to miss, and you don't want to miss what's coming up on the Now Morning Show, so stay tuned.